It's been dark way too long in this place. That bright smile long gone been replaced. From ear to ear I see that fear.
Hey everybody, I'm Lakeisha Howard and I am running for Texas House of Representatives, District 124. I have some friends with me today and we just want to have a nice conversation with each other and invite you in on it. So leave some comments anytime you feel like. But for now, let me introduce who I have with me. I have Coach K, and I have nurse practitioner Gloria. So we invite you in on our conversation. Gloria has some wonderful things that she's going to be sharing with you first.
All right, good evening. Hello, everyone. Whatever time we're watching from, wherever we're watching from, we welcome you to the talk today. A pleasure being here. Appreciate the opportunity, ladies. I want to talk about health fair that we have coming up. It's the Right Health Systems Health Fair, and the focus for us is primarily mental health. However, we understand what is the success of a mental health if you don't have housing, if you don't have food, if you don't have employment, if you don't have the right fitness to get you going, and how much of an impact is politics in what we're doing. So all of this is what we're bringing to the forefront, and it's coming up on January the 24th. January 24th at the Botanical Gardens. That's where we're having this. Yes, ma'am, the Botanical Gardens. And we are anticipating roughly about 40 exhibitors altogether. However, we are also anticipating a huge turnout from the public. There is so many giveaways, so many gift items. I mean, we went through trying to put them all on one flyer and it was so many of them. So, and we have lots of resources available. Think about it. There's a lot of people who are losing their jobs right now. And those who don't have healthcare coverage, the right health systems, the goal for us is to make sure those who are needing, the underserved, underprivileged, we're able to cater to them when it comes to mental health services and also connecting them to the right resources. We have several organizations working with us. It's part of, guess what? The Dream Week San Antonio event.
Nice.
So this is going to be one of the things that we'll be doing as part of the Dream Week event. Coming out. Get your church members, get your family members, get your school, get your friends, bring them on down. And I'm hoping that you guys can come gain from all the resources that we have on that day at the health fair. So
I have a question for you. So this is really big, right? Mental health.
Yes, ma'am.
Because we have invisible wounds. We have, different life situations, like you mentioned, unemployment.
Yes.
The government shutdown, you have all of these things that can contribute to our state of health, physically and mentally and mostly emotionally as well.
Yes.
So what is it from your profession, what is it that you can say that our community can have that's tangible when we talk about mental health and the healthiness of our state? What is it, something that's tangible that we can give somebody that they can go to right away?
One big part is support. Think about it. A lot of communities, African Americans, Hispanics, a lot of them have this tendency to, you're crazy, you're cuckoo. But when we provide that support to let them know, listen, I know you're going through a tough time. Imagine someone who's having a stomach upset. Everybody's, okay, what's going on? You have a headache, everybody's, what's going on? You hit your thumb, everybody's. But once you say, I feel anxious, I feel sad, and then it's like, oh, it's all in your head, man. Just get it out. Support. And that's one of the biggest that we're trying to provide now in our community, right? Bring everybody out. Let them understand there is support for your case. Whatever mental health that you might be dealing with, there is support for you.
I'm glad you said that. For your case.
Specifically.
Because not everyone's situation is the same. And so often, everyone is lumped into this one bubble.
Yeah.
And you think that you can treat everybody the same.
No.
And each person has a different identity.
True.
A different situation.
Mm-hmm.
It may look the same,
Mm-hmm.
but everything isn't the same.
No, it's not.
Well, I look at it and what I do. So my main bread and butter is fitness, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't approach every client the same.
No.
Not only just in the approach of how we train, because their goals are different.
True.
Their mindsets are different. They have different things that they're working on. And honestly, everybody is in a different mental space.
True.
So it's no way that I can just say, all right, well, this works for this person, so I'm gonna do this for this person. That works for this person, so
It's different.
there is no. I don't think that just as human beings, we need to approach everybody in the same manner anyway.
True.
That's right.
Individualized, personalized. And if you permit me real quick, I'll tell you, as a mental health professional myself, every time talking with my patients and working with them, I just go, oh, if you're having anxiety, here are your coping mechanisms, here are your strategies. And the day I had a panic attack, that was the day I realized I was almost been lying to everybody. Because you may know those skills, but they tend to disappear at that moment, right? And so there's a lot that goes into who are you, what are you dealing with, and how can I be specific to you? And you're right, Coach K. When it comes to customizing, you have to make sure it's
Everything.
It's particular to that person, not just something that, oh yeah, it works for A, it should work for B, right?
Yeah.
So those are things that we try to do a lot when we're working with our patients.
And the other thing that you made that touched me is the support. So often, I'm gonna say when I was growing up, I'll just speak for myself. Nobody else experienced this, just me. In my household, we didn't talk about mental health. We didn't talk about family problems or, things that needed to be discussed. And you better not take it outside of this house.
That's right.
So, you want to go?
What goes on in this house stays in this house. Yeah.
You want to go to school and you want to talk about, I'm going to give you something to talk about.
Right.
So often those things that now we know, anxiety and panic attacks. So often we experience those things, but we didn't talk about them. We didn't have that support because if we talked about it, we were going to be called a negative name or, something. It's just you. That's in your imagination. So you go to school and you got this new label on you because nobody wanted to talk about what was really going on. So now having that support and the knowledge, it gives you the ability to really make a serious impact on the person that's facing you. And it all goes back to support.
Yeah.
And not every size fits in the same box.
That part.
And now I'll add a little caveat to that. I was speaking at an engagement and they were trying to understand mental health and mental wellness. And I had to take a little time to explain, mental health, yes, you're seeking treatment, you're getting the care, it's like you have stomach issues, you go for your gut doctor and all of that stuff. But mental wellness, that is the most simplest, easiest that we don't even do. Mental wellness is as simple as, you know what, I'm tired, I'm going to go take that nap. We heard of a nurse who worked so hard to care for everybody, and the moment she literally said her name, I'm tired, I need to sleep, that was her very last statement, and she died. Mental wellness is as simple as, you know what, today is a very bad day, I love you all, but I'm going to take a break. Yes. Mental wellness is, you know what, Coach K, can you teach me a little bit of that, that little stretch that can help release those tense nerves and areas that I have, or taking a walk.
Yeah.
Or don't do too much of this, but maybe that bucket of ice cream,
Side eye, but I feel that.
That's why I said don't do too much
I
of
get
it.
that though, but that's true. That's
Those
true.
are simple. So understanding mental health and differentiating it from mental wellness is a lot of things that for us, especially in our community, sometimes we don't understand it. So it's like we wait for that crisis before we start implementing. Yeah.
I don't think that we actually know what it is, though. That's the thing. It's like, when you mention mental wellness, you say, okay, well, let's go to sleep or, just resting when you're tired. Man, mental wellness, can be freaking karaoke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Dancing. Actually like taking the moment just to break and chill.
Stay out. Stop
That
it.
part. That part.
And all that.
That part.
From the situation.
Oh yeah.
Altogether.
Oh yeah.
Let me just
Regular moments to check out. I will. You can call me and say, "Hey, what you doing this weekend?" I'm like, "Girl, I am incognito, and I let it be known. If you call me, you ain't going to get me. If you text me, hold your breath. It may not come back right
And
away.
Just put it on blog, put it on silent. Just take the time.
I am
airplane mode.
that part.
I know for me, when I'm in those moments, because I have to be realistic with myself, I am educatedly trained in mental health. I have my clinical master's in clinical mental health. I have mental health challenges. I'll be the first to admit it. And I have to sit back in those moments where I know, okay, this can go one or two ways. It's either going to go escalate up or it's going to go down.
Yeah.
So let me find my space so I can do my 4-7-8 breathing technique, my progressive muscle relaxation, so I can get myself back into the game.
That's right.
Okay?
So you don't go into this muscle rate.
I'm just being real. Because so often we're not real about this thing.
Facts.
We see all this different things on TV, or we have this conversation or that conversation. But what is tangible and real? What is it that relates to me when I'm going through this crisis? And I need to de-escalate or, move away from this situation, disengage, find a book, or like I said, breathing techniques, progressive muscle relaxation. Call Coach K. Hey,
there you go.
Can you come on over for a minute? Can I have a glass of wine? Something has to be in that place to get us out of that rut that we may be in that moment. When we're talking about mental health and mental wellness, like you said, you have to know the difference between the two.
Being aware.
Being
self-aware.
There you go. Being aware.
Being self-aware and knowing that you need to step away. Knowing that, maybe, going and singing my heart out isn't enough. I need to go sit on someone's couch. I need to go find a support group or a counselor or something. So definitely being self-aware, I think, with anything, you know what I mean? It's just like the first step, knowing that you the problem, I always say it, problem in chair. A lot of times I'm the problem.
And the other thing that I think is important is that we are educating our community how to recognize that there's a crisis going on. Recognize if a person is giving away all of their prized possessions,
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
Yeah.
they're sleeping more than normal, or they seem disengaged, or they're not doing the habits that they normally may have, or things that they normally would have passion for. We need to teach our community to
I agree with that.
recognize those things, to be able to help the person that's in front of them to get the resources that they need. And I think that's a missing link when we
I
talk
agree with
about
that.
mental
Yeah.
health.
And on the other end of that spectrum are those who also watch out for them. Yes to everybody attitude.
Yes.
yes.
Smiling attitude. And you're like, they're always happy. There was no sign whatsoever. They're always wanting to make everybody's life easier, better, happier, because they lack that.
Yeah.
And they have that mask so well, nobody could tell. And that's why they say, check on your strong friends.
Yeah.
They might be the ones struggling the most. When you see someone, even though happy, still say, are you all right? And as family, friends, and however relationship you may have with that person, learn to check yourself. If you're the taker, learn to back off sometimes. Learn to. And I was on a podcast recently
Most
and we were
takers
talking.
don't know they're takers.
They don't, unfortunately.
It's so most
sad.
takers don't know they're takers.
And we were talking about, how to identify your circle. Understanding that even though you have your friends, remember we talked about support being one of the big part also. Understanding who your friends are. Say for example, Coach K, I wouldn't expect you, my apologies, but if I know you love shopping and I say no, I want you to go do fitness with me, you're probably going to say no, right? Because you're like, I'm a shopping girl. I'm not about the fitness world. Now I know you're a fitness person. I'm just saying. So I know where your strength is. If I want to work out, I'll call you, Coach. If I want to do more college, but now when I flip it and I'm saying you be XYZ for me, and you're busy thinking, listen, girl, I love you, but I'm not that. And that's where sometimes we put the stress on people. So knowing who is who the people you have in your circle, and knowing how to work with them, and knowing how to identify what they have, so you can maximize that would be great as well.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. So we love you all.
Yes.
We are going to come back and talk with our very own Coach K. And she's going to tell us some exciting things, but we're going to take a quick break and we'll see you back here soon.
All right.
Wicked people in the streets, corruption in the politics and the police. It's time to raise up, take a stand against the seat. We won't take a back seat. I can show you how to be strong. Come on, follow me. Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. No more running from the bad guy.